Now, shifting gears, we're going to talk about, the next generation of leaders, the upcoming leaders, and possibly how you can serve as like a mentor towards them. So, how should emerging leaders prepare themselves for the challenges they might face? And then, how do you see their leadership evolving in the next decade?
A lot is going to happen in the next decade. Uh, I've said this more than many times. People can. Number one, by God's grace, I have 5 more years as a pastor of this church. By God's grace, I'm going to retire and hand over to a very young generation. But I believe that it's your generation that's going to take over. That will take over and take it to greater heights. That's one. My advice to the young people, is that wait for your time and learn all you can learn, from mentors. Every generation is in a hurry. Do you understand? There were times in my generation people were in a hurry as well, And I've also realized that when you're in a hurry, you think you know some things, but when you start it, you realize that you really didn't know. A very good example, I have a mentee, that believes that God has asked him to go and start a church. I said, that's good. And we started working towards it. Then, at a point, he said he must tell his pastor that he had to leave. And he went to the pastor. The pastor said, no, this is not the time. He said, I must leave in 3 months. The pastor said, no. Maybe in 6 months or 9 months you can leave. And he said, no, So he came to me. And I said to him, what's the hurry? I said, what's the hurry? It's like somebody trying to be in a hurry to get married. You're going to be in it for life.
True.
If your parents say, why don't you give us 6 months so that I can get us some money and be able to spend on this wedding, and you want to get married next month? I said, oh boy, are you divorcing next year? What's the hurry?
Yeah.
6 months will not kill you. You're already on the path. You already know this is going to end up in a marriage. Do you understand? So,
Just wait.
let's just wait. Learn what you can learn now. Do you understand? So that you don't get there and then you start realizing, oh, da. In closing this one, and I used the example, I think, last Sunday in church. There was an assistant I had many years ago, and in less than 1 year, he wanted to start his own church, and he went on and started. It was a very controversial, thing, but that's okay. I said, that's okay, I don't have a problem with it. Do you understand? But one day we were at a meeting, and then, he was talking about his challenges in ministry. I just laughed, and he said, oh, Pastor T, if you had taught us some of these things, you could have taught us. I said, but you didn't wait. You didn't wait. You did not wait. Do you understand what I'm saying? My son has a son now. Whatever, mistakes that he thinks I made in raising him, he's raising his own son right now. Yeah. I said, you didn't wait. People are always, it's a challenge of youth because they want to just do it. And it's a good thing because you need that passion to succeed in life.
That's true.
But above all, you need wisdom. So if you can do it, just hang around 1 or 2 people that will just help you and they will mentor you. And when it's time to go, boom, then you go. And then.
Very good, very good. Now, okay, besides not, these upcoming leaders, besides not having, that much patience, what are some other common mistakes that you see that new leaders make, and how can they avoid them?
By thinking you're invincible. Don't think you cannot make a mistake. Do you understand? At times you have to be careful of the people you surround yourself with. Do you understand? So another one I see them make a lot is that what people say, it really matters a lot to them. Because the next generation, your generation, they are into social media every day. And I say this, why do you care what people that don't know you say about you? Inside with PT, I see a lot of people say things, and I just looked at them. You don't know me.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Some of them at times are insultive. Once you are insultive, I have the power. I block you.
Block.
Please put it on record.
Yeah.
I block you.
Blocked. Hello.
You know, so because I'm not going to give you that power.
Yeah.
Do I know you?
No.
So what I'm saying is that don't allow people that you don't know. They don't even know the mandate God gave you. You know, to now be telling you this is how to do it. I say, excuse me? Excuse me? When you have done this thing, the number of years that I've done it, come back, let's have a chat.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's have a chat. Let's have a chat. Do you understand? Because I've realized you don't fully appreciate your dad as a man until you are in your 50s. Because when you're in your 50s, you've made a lot of mistakes. And now you are saying, my God, my God. So these were the things my dad was fighting with. These were the challenges that he had. And he had to bring us together. And he had to hold the family together. My God. So, just like when people leave us as a church and we set them up, you know, before they went out, it's like they knew how to handle everything. By the time they go out, they say, my God, Pastor, I didn't know this how difficult it is to gather people. I say, okay, now you're in it.
Yeah.
So when I see them now, they respect me. They appreciate me. Very few of them will keep quiet. Many of them will say, Pastor, so this is what you are dealing with. Now we get it. I say, okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. You know.
Great, great, great. All right, so one last final question, PT, closing out this leadership segment, which has been great. What is one piece of leadership advice that's so valuable you feel compelled to share with us? And what's one piece of advice that's so bad you need to caution us against?
One good one, leadership advice.
Yeah.
Honestly, just stay true to yourself and stay humble. You know, the other part of humility is pride. There's nothing to be proud of in that sense. Why would you want to be proud if you believe that there's nothing you have that you have not been given by God? So it's a privilege for me to be a leader, to serve people. And for God to have called me, it's a privilege. So there's nothing, you know, you can be proud of achievements and things God has used you and say, thank God, God used us for this, and you love it. But you don't give the glory to yourself. You give it to the one who called you and enabled you to be able to do this.
Yeah. Any last final, remarks or anything you want to say to the people?
Yeah. All I can say is that, honestly, no matter where you are, you can be better than what you're doing. No matter how successful you think you've been over the years, you can go a step further. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you challenge yourself on a daily basis, God increases you on a daily basis. You know, I've seen with my own life and with the lives of many that I look up to, how they've challenged themselves and how God has brought them, to where they are. And whatever God gives you, in terms of resources, always remember to share with the less privileged. Always remember that there are people where you are coming from that they have not been able to get out of where you used to be. So don't close your eyes to them and remain humble because the best is yet to come. When I see you next, I hope to see you at the top. Signing out.
Peace out, everyone. And once again, don't forget to send any questions, topics, or concerns that you want PT to talk about. Send it to insightswithpt@jesushousebaltimore.org. Catch us every Friday, 2 p.m., same time, same platforms, and we will see you all soon. As always, it's your girl, Tammy, signing out with PT. Peace out. Bye.